Hey there, everybody. Welcome to a guess not quite as special episode as last time of Super Mario 64.
Thank God.
Okay, I forgot. What game are we playing? I know you just said it, but it's been so long.
It's something about this dude who's like a plumber and shit.
I don't know, that sounds weird.
It is, but you know, just bear with it. It gets better.
Just
Okay.
roll with it.
Yes, welcome to Tiny Huge Island.
This might seem familiar if our audience hates themselves.
Yes, I may have posted the unedited version of this video, and that was definitely something.
That was a thing that you did.
Yes.
I'm reticent
Something-
to say anything else about it.
Something you did that I had no part in, unfortunately.
Yep, I have not watched that, and I will not watch that. Sorry.
I did, and I recommend against it.
I
Yeah,
would not
that
wish
happens
that
a
upon
lot.
my foes. Yes, that is a common theme of the video, but luckily for us, we have I've
Editing.
decided to edit a little bit. Yes, do that thing that I do with editing. So
No, they're teeny. They still have enough force to knock you into the water, but they're teeny.
They're little tiny and they don't really do much.
Yeah, they don't have to hurt you.
Whoop. Now, as you can pretty obviously tell, the whole gimmick of this place is that it's basically two different levels where one of them is really big and the other one is really small. And that means that for each part of the level, there's kind of different places to go for each star. And so it can make it pretty interesting.
When it doesn't take an hour and a half.
Well, you know, also when that doesn't happen.
I've always liked the concept of this level, but
Yeah.
not the execution so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that
Now-
fish.
Well, guess
if-
what?
Like, if it wasn't for the gimmick, it would probably be the most boring level in the game, probably. Like,
He just ate you.
I think so, yeah. Like, I guess there isn't too much going on except
Yeah,
for
it's like
that,
there's, you know,
double island thing.
some plains, like a small a mountain, I guess. Some water. It's
Okay, that's nice and all, but he just got eaten by a fish.
I think, is that our first game over?
No, that wasn't a game
not
over.
true.
It wasn't a game over, he just got eaten by a
Well,
I've
fish.
had
Well, I
plenty of
mean-
game overs, I assure you.
His first. Never mind. You're right, that was dumb. That was not a game over at all.
What are you even talking about? Jeez.
He just
Also-
embraced the icy void in that slimy gullet of the fish.
And you know, that's when it's the easiest way to get past the level, then that's what you gotta do. Also, that is my pro giant piranha plant killing method right there. If they hit you with the fire and you just bounce right into them, it's perfect.
Well, I would probably not take kindly to a flaming plumber in my face either, so, you know.
Makes sense.
Exactly. One of
I
the
do
things
like that
about this
the-
level... yeah, go ahead.
I like that the portrait in front of you just does absolutely nothing.
No, it's the regular size. There's no regular size island. That would be entirely out of hand. Here we come to this little beach section that is really key for me to get any higher in the level for a bunch of different reasons that mostly revolve around me not wanting to long jump, because that sucks.
Yeah.
I can't actually remember, does Lakitu show up in any other place than this?
He does,
Think
yes.
so.
And one other spot. That we will... Oh, that was great.
Good timing.
That was weird.
You
That was
walked right
worth
into it.
keeping this run in just for that.
Does he have
He
like a
went for it.
rocket-powered face or something?
No, he has just a superhuman need to get back in his shell.
Well, like his whole body can do that thing where it like ignores
Physics.
gravity or whatever it is. Yeah. Whatever makes the shell.
the universe mean nothing.
I think Mario is the only one who actually follows the laws of gravity and stuff in this place, to be honest.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like pretty much anyone can climb up a slope except Mario.
Well, I mean, like we saw earlier when that tiny Goomba knocked you like straight off the cliff.
That too.
That doesn't really make sense.
Well, you see, it got him right in the Achilles heel.
So that was the only place he could reach.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's not that impressive, really. It was just sort of a thing that happened.
One of the things that you might notice about my run-throughs of these levels more so is that as we go on to the later parts, I couldn't exactly remember what the order of the stars was, and in a level like this, that actually makes a difference.
Right.
Because jumping in one picture or the other can kind of make it much more difficult to get to other parts. So sometimes I'd be jumping in saying like, okay, what's the star I have to get this time?
Yeah, and you realize you kind of screwed yourself.
Yep, and in this case, this is not a fun star. I'm just gonna tell you right now that I've taken out most of
So much.
yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, if you want to know how much I've taken out, go skim through that other video.
Yeah, don't watch
because
the whole thing. Just
Ask
That said,
somebody who
there's-
has.
see when it starts, see when it ends. Oh, oh, good, you're speeding it up.
No, don't worry, I'm speeding everything up.
God.
Because, I mean, even the...
I win!
Imagine seeing this like 6 or 7 times, and then like the quickest way to reset him is actually just jump into this little island, and then go back, and then run all the way around the huge island, and it just takes so much time, and oh my god. So yeah, enjoy, this is the 30 minutes that you were missing.
Well, you see, it's not fair. He gets the fast forward button.
Exactly. This is nothing like the first race where you pretty much have all the time in the world.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like
This
first
one
one's so
is
simple.
honestly difficult with your hands.
I recall that long jumping makes it quite a bit easier, but that's kind of out of the question right now, so I probably
Yes.
shouldn't have brought it up.
I think part of the
Terrible.
problem is that the race is a lot shorter than the other one, so like
Less margin for
Yeah,
error.
it's one direct path.
Yeah, exactly.
And it all comes down to how fast. But one of the things that helps is that if you're on this bridge in front of him, as you can see,
He'll give
and
you
you
a
can get
friendly
him
push.
stuck in you, yes, he will push you across the finish line as long as you can stay with him. And that's pretty much instrumental to winning that race without long jumps. I'm kind of happy that they at least put that in there, because that bridge blows wind at you that slows you down, but he doesn't even give a fuck about that.
They just don't care. I mean, maybe he's just
Yeah.
really fat, so he just has enough inertia.
why is
guess
why
so.
so fast that. I guess.
So yeah, like I said, the laws of the universe mean nothing.
Exactly. This is actually my favorite star in the level, I think, because the whole thing revolves around going to the tiny island and finding all sorts of tiny little things that are just really cute. Really cute set pieces. Basically, the whole idea is that you go to like little doors or holes that there's no way you can get in the tiny world, and activate 5 of them, and they're all
Was that-
itty bitty and
Was
stuff.
that Koopa the Quick?
Yep.
Yes, that was Koopa the Quick. That was,
That was your
my
revenge.
wonderful, wonderful revenge on that asshole. Note, that door over there, I didn't notice that. I had forgotten that that is one of the 5 secrets, so we're not going to be back there till a little later.
Oh.
Oh, you
Oh, well.
filly.
I'm so silly. Another one, the teeny tiny little cannon hole. Look at that thing. I want to make that little Goomba fall into it.
Be careful, he will push you the fuck off the edge. Okay, you're fine.
There's an invisible wall anywhere that there's like water on the edge for whatever reason.
Your
Oh.
water just like stops.
But if you try to jump over that fence, you're gone. It's over. You just gotta watch out for those those little Goombas, because it's really difficult to just hit them and they'll do that and throw you all the way off.
Aw.
They have a lot of inertia for teeny little guys.
Yeah, that little guy didn't see that
It's
far back.
pretty impressive.
Maybe they have like tiny little Goomba explosives in their tiny little Goomba heads.
That's the only thing I could think. Oh.
Oh, come on.
That also sucks.
Yeah, the platforms are really thin, and that one way up there is even more of a dick than usual, because it's right onto a ledge that you'll slide right off, and there's no way that you're going to stay on if you start sliding. You'll just fall all the way down. But on the plus side, that was, what, 10 seconds to get back up?
It kind of helps when you're almost as tall as the level yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
I kind of wish that they had more stars in the tiny part of the island. I'm pretty sure this is the only star that straight up appears on here, on this side of the map. Like, most of them involve the tiny world in some way, or you have to go through it in some way.
Oh no, I stubbed my toe on a marble!
Exactly. But this is the only one that's actually
I better
here.
lose 2 health!
It was a big marble, okay?
It looked pretty dense.
Exactly.
Well, and stubbed toes hurt. Oh, even that one.
And those things are still on here. Screw them. I didn't actually notice where the star showed up, for the record. I was like, I think it's on top. I don't quite remember.
And
I was
even if it
wrong.
isn't, you can see all around, so you'll be able to
That's
find
very
it.
true.
Yeah, get a little.
Get the high ground.
Get a little viewpoint.
Another weird thing about this level is that since everything's miniaturized, you get little things like that. Did you see me, like, just slam into that little fence or slide off and grab onto that ledge? Like, the geometry of the game wasn't really designed for something
The
this
small
tiny.
geometry kind of like messes with you.
Yep. And that happens.
Not the marble!
Like he like slammed his face right on it too.
It was his butt.
Yeah, that probably hurt. I don't know if there's any way to get back from here, so you better not be going here if there isn't a star.
That just occurred to me. What a dick move.
There's just one coin.
There's probably a teleporter or something, but I don't know.
Or one
Maybe
of
they
those,
just
long
did leave
jumped,
you to
you
die.
could make it back. Who knows?
one of those wind boost things.
Also possible, yes. By the way, that's our 100th star, so that means that
Oh,
there
boy.
are only 20 stars left in this game.
Yay.
I didn't even really notice that, because at this point we were about in... Oh.
Just a rough description of what happened.
Just, if I were you, I would keep your eyes on the coin total, because that's how you really get a sense of how much pain I went through. I don't know what happened there, I honestly don't. I think I sat by the controller for half a second and just cried. And then this happened with even more coins. Oh.
I knew that was gonna happen. Sometime in this
Yes.
video it was gonna happen. Because it's happened
Fucking little
so
Goombas.
many times to me.
God, they're terrible. And the worst part is that getting 100 coins in this level should not be such a problem.
It takes a
Because
while.
as you can see, everything gives you 5 coins.
Even if
There's,
you don't
like-
hit them.
Yeah, as long as you're doing the ground
Weird hit
pounding and they
detection.
die, you're good. But like, seriously, on Huge Island, pretty much everything will give you 5 coins. There's at least, I don't know, 12 of those little Goomba, of those big Goombas. And there's a Koopa the Quick. And it's just... This level has the most coins out of any other level by far.
There's a Koopa the Quick? You mean there's like multiples of that fellow?
I
Whoa.
actually meant the nice... Oh. No, I meant Koopa the Quick. Tiny Koopa the Quick. I mean, we've
Is
already
it like
killed
a
him once.
family or is it like a succession like the Dread Pirate Roberts?
Well, yeah, the Koopa family. I mean,
The Quick family.
no, the Koopa. Well, no, the Koopa family, because there's like a whole bunch of Koopas.
But how many of them are
Just
fast?
like how there's. The
Okay,
Goomba
you weren't
family.
even touching him. I'm calling shenanigans.
Yeah, they have a really big
You know, I'm
hitbox.
not even gonna... not even gonna question it.
You on the other side of the fence.
That's fine by me. But the little tiny Koopa the Quick is what I meant to say. He also gives us 5 coins in the tiny world. So, like, this level has, if I recall, 192 coins in it.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, the next closest one is, I don't know, 160 at most. So, the fact that it took me 30 minutes to get 100 of these damn things... Ugh.
Yeah.
It's testament to how easy it is to die in this level.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. There's, you know, like, you're safe in a lot of spots in the level, like near the water and stuff, but elsewhere, no way. Also, sometimes that happens, you have to be careful.
Oh, there's
Learn to-
150 left. You're fine.
Exactly. Oh,
So do you,
145.
so you get less coins if you don't ground pound them?
yes,
That's-
that's why I was ground pounding them, because anything but ground pounding will just give you 1
That's
coin.
really weird.
I never really understood it either, but, You know what? Okay.
Oh well.
You have to apply more force to squeeze more coin out of them.
I guess.
That seems like a That seems like a Wario type method. I like that. Can't jump good.
I guess that will be the next gimmick for the next Wario game. You have to sit on them really hard.
Well, I mean, last game you shook him. It's not unprecedented.
I'd be surprised if you didn't do that in one already.
That's true.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Maybe not the shake one, but like.
I guess we'll have to let's play them and find out.
Oh, don't be silly. We don't let's play things.
That's true.
Especially not,
We make art.
especially not Nintendo things.
Ever.
Well, we do when we get around to it, which is never.
There we go. Little Koopa the Quick. He's worth 5 coins and sweet, sweet justice.
I guess this means you're the next Koopa the Quick?
It's very possible.
I don't think it works like that.
I don't question these things.
It's
You know, if I get a letter someday that says some
It's not like the Highlander.
wide-eyed challenger wants to race me, you know what? Let's do it. Maybe this isn't even the same Koopa the Quick. I mean, look how slow that first one was.
Maybe?
Well,
I
but
don't
then
know.
after you beat that first one, wouldn't you be Koopa the Quick?
True.
Maybe you have to be a Koopa. I think we should, like,
Yeah,
file
see,
a
I
like-
think there's
complaint.
more to this than we're thinking.
Maybe
or
you have to have
less
the
to it.
soul of a champion? I don't know.
Well, Mario would probably have that.
He is pretty much a champion at everything.
Like, more than just a random Koopa would, like, you know.
Ugh. Let's fail to kill him again.
Look,
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
know
let
what
it
you're
go.
doing here, but you can't kill him, okay? Jeez, just drop it.
He just decided to leave and he pities you so he could drop some cash.
It's sort of like how when you run in Paper Mario, you lose coins. This is where that mechanic was introduced. Just in a very roundabout
Exactly.
way.
I always hated
Okay,
that.
I know that this killed me last time, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta take the plunge.
What are you doing?
Going to where the rest of the gigantic Goombas are.
Oh.
And somehow surviving.
The last of the Mohegans and Goombas.
Boom beacons.
Okay.
Yes.
That
It's
was
it's a nice movie.
that was a book that I never read, but my dad had it, and I was like, why is this dude on the front so terrified?
We watched it in my history class as a historical document, and whenever there was a romance scene, like the movie version, whenever there was a romance scene, our teacher would go like, "Boo! Fast forward it," and he would force us to skip all of those scenes. Honest to God,
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I don't know what the fuck this is.
the movie Last of the Mohegans.
I don't know what that means.
It's an Indian tribe.
Well, this is topical.
Yeah, like, I don't know. How am I supposed to respond to that? Why are you talking about this?
I'm pretty sure it's just the sins of European imperialism.txt.
Yeah,
Probably.
So
more
how
or
many,
less.
So how many times did you mess up with that cannon?
Well,
I think that's all we need to hear.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
a whelp.
Homing marbles!
I don't really know what those are. Some people tell me they're the butterflies.
What? Why would they
not
be the
gonna question it.
butterfly? What?
Because the butterflies turn into
That?
those gigantic exploding balls.
Why
I
would they
don't
turn
know
into
either.
that? That's really dumb.
Someone in the thread is going to explain it.
I don't...
We are also going to skip all of these shenanigans because by this point I was not having any of it.
Nope.
This is the next 30 minutes that I cut out of the video.
Yes, it is.
After all this, like sliding down this thin platform, okay, that's one thing. That's annoying. If this was all you had to do to get the star,
Oh yeah, but then there's inside.
maybe this video wouldn't quite be so long, but then you get in here and everything is terrible. This is the reason that there haven't been 8 red coins anywhere else in the level, because they are all contained in here, and they are very difficult to get. See, this much, you'll screw up these jumps and die a bunch of times, and that sucks. But this right here is the worst fucking thing, because you can make this with like a double jump over there, but Oh my god, just watch watch parts of the other video when I'm inside this cave and
No,
it'll make
don't!
sense.
Don't do it!
And then there was at least one time where I got up there, got those coins, jumped
Oh,
off,
God,
and
yeah.
died on the way back. Of course, now I'm even considering this and being like, nope, no way, not gonna do it. Just gonna jump to this slightly safer platform. That was how paranoid I was by this point, because
No
I had been
fucking
doing
way.
this video for over an hour and a half, and it's just, ugh. Of course, the first thing someone tells me after I'm done with it is that Wiggler's ceiling up there can in fact be grabbed and hung off of.
Yeah, I was kind of
Oh.
wondering why you weren't doing that.
Wow.
I did not realize that at the time. It looked like it was too high up, out of
It,
my
yeah,
reach.
it does. That's why.
There's like one other platform that you'd be able to get to it from, so that partly I brought that on myself, but on the other hand, it's
That-
still a really, really difficult star overall, and one of the harder ones.
Yeah, getting to
and
that
everything.
ceiling, floor, whatever, would still seem kind of tough.
Exactly, and even then, you have like 5 or 6 jumps that you have to make that will kill you if you don't. It's just absolutely terrible. But we are past it, and never again will we have that kind of trouble.
That part of our lives is over now. We need to move on.
Exactly. Now is the part where we get to a boss that I am honestly sure that a large portion, like a large number of the people in the thread have never seen before.
Yeah, same. I'm a part of that portion.
Exactly. If you go up on the tiny island and ground pound up there, I don't know why you would do that, what would give you any inkling to do it, but if you do that, it also drains the water and makes a hole in the large island, which...
Like, for some reason, after the first 2 like level bosses, all the rest become kind of hidden.
yeah,
Or like not like
mean,
not
Big
like
Boo's
the first
there,
1 or 2
but-
stars. Oh yeah, the booze, I guess.
but even then, yeah, like the hands,
Yeah, the,
I
yeah,
rock
the
or
hands that I was
whatever,
thinking of, and this guy.
they're just, yeah. I'm not actually sure if there are any other boss characters in the last 2 levels, but I think there
I'm
aren't.
pretty sure there
No,
aren't.
there's not.
If it's,
But-
if it's the levels I'm thinking of. I
Mm-hmm.
don't remember any.
Lovely camera angles, thank you.
Was that like the same? That was like the same bow noise, but like pitched up.
It's
possible.
gonna Hulk out, man. It's hulking out. He is getting mad as hell.
You can't,
He
you can't even
is
see him.
just angry.
That kind of ruins the cutscene. It's like what is
Oh,
talking
there
to
he
me?
is. Wiggler. It's pretty much like all of the other Wigglers. If you jump on his head, he gets mad, but that damages him, so there we go. But it's nice to see that there actually is a Wiggler in this game.
Yeah, I like Wigglers.
Exactly. You know, I'm sure that a lot of people watching my thread are going like, oh my god, there's a Wiggler in this game? Also, this boss fight gets so much easier after the first time, because then he starts chasing you.
And then you can just like jump.
And he
jump
goes
up
slightly faster than you.
So you just let momentum take its course.
Exactly. Like, watch this. Like, the first hit is honestly the hardest one, because this happens. Not exactly the most well thought out boss fight,
Yeah,
but
that's-
you know what?
that's the-
Okay.
Wigglers aren't very smart.
And then suddenly...
Oh, I don't know. I know a couple Wigglers. They went to college. They got their
They have
degrees. I
degrees.
mean, they're pretty smart.
But not this one.
Though there's this one guy that he majored in, like, I think it was history of, like, Albania or something. I'm pretty sure he was just there for booze. He was a really weird worm, I tell ya.
What are the booze in this analogy?
I said booze, as in
Oh.
drinking, as in
Okay,
spirits.
that makes a lot more sense. Oh my god.
One last thing to show off here. The
You should
reason that normal size picture exists is so that the game can do this little trick with perspective. So that from the very middle of this room, all 3 of these pictures look to be the same size.
Oh,
You know, it's a shame you had to explain that because we should have just cut off right at that spirits line.
Maybe I will.
That was just. Christ.
I didn't even mean that.
You, but,
Yeah, okay.
You didn't mean that. Are you kidding me?
I do that all the time. Like, I'll say something that is actually, in reality, a
like
horrific
we get-
pun, and I won't even realize it.
It's like we get enough puns as it is without without us encouraging them. Oh my god! Wow.
I
What?
believe I can fly.
And you still didn't make it. What the
See you
fuck?
guys on the 3rd floor.
Wow.